Welcome to Season's blog. Builders are paid in building materials. How SEAS works as a unit of progress. Financial systems are often optimized for the finishing line. They recognize you only after you meet a required balance, collateral ratio, or qualification standard. But if you miss any of these, even marginally, the progress you made towards them has no independent value. Yield 3.0 initially had a similar model. Now, with builder nodes in the picture, not only is the mechanism 10 times more accessible, but the progression arc for network operators is itself productive. And since builders earn yield in SEAS, the same asset that moves them towards the higher, more valuable director status, the token serves as a unit of progress independently of its price action. One asset, two measures of value. SEAS is a liquid asset whose exchange value is determined by free market forces, including demand and supply, and can move in cycles. But it's also the asset that provides holders with access to Yield 3.0, where it determines eligibility for builder and director nodes and contributes to their node weights, among other utilities. These are related but distinct measures of value. Market price determines how much you can swap a given amount of SEAS for at any particular moment. The protocol, meanwhile, counts the number of SEAS, how many tokens you have in your non-custodial Solana wallet, and, based on that, decides your position as a network operator. Thus, for builder nodes who earn yield in SEAS, the material with which they build their position up to director status, the progression arc remains denominated in the raw units of the token, regardless of its market performance. What matters is how many tokens you have, not how much they are worth in dollar terms. The moment you claim and retain your builder yield, it adds to your node weight, while reducing the distance between your current position and the 10,000 mark. And the current market value of your collected SEAS doesn't affect either of these functions. For example, say your wallet has 4,400 SEAS, and you collect 100 SEAS one day. As long as you hold these additional 100 tokens in your wallet, you are 100 tokens closer to the 10,000 threshold. No matter if those tokens cost $1 or $10 or $100 on the open market. Likewise, if you sell 200 tokens and your total holding becomes 4,200 SEAS, you land 200 tokens farther away from the qualifying threshold for directors. The protocol doesn't care about your selling price. Notably, these are equal and opposite movements. Collect and retain, and compounding moves you closer to the destination. Sell or swap out, and the path to becoming a director node gets prolonged. And that's how price independence, which is a core design choice at every level of Yield 3.0, is baked into the builder stratum. Price independence expands at 10,000 SEAS. Once you cross the 10,000 SEAS threshold and become a director node, you start receiving yield in our diversified, three-asset inclusion set. Payouts land directly in your wallet twice weekly, denominated in wrapped Bitcoin, tokenized gold, and a yield-bearing stablecoin. And this, by design, takes price independence to a whole new level. With its novel three-module architecture, Yield 3.0 derives yield from genuine measurable economic activity, including transaction fees, and not from speculation or short-term price appreciation. This makes it highly price independent on the yield generation side. So while markets rise and fall, you get unstoppable liquid cash flow. And on the distribution side, especially for director nodes, receiving 60% of each payout in the world's hardest assets and the remaining 40% in yield-bearing on-chain dollars that auto-compound daily, each of which works entirely independently of SEAS, ensures a sustainable decoupling of the qualifying capital and the yield income. In other words, the asset that lets you earn as a director node is different from the assets that you earn, and both are always entirely liquid. Meanwhile, as a builder node, you earn the asset that fuels your progression, while also remaining fully liquid once collected. And the system works independently of price at both levels. That, overall, is how Seasons ushers in a new paradigm of financial systems where price is important, no doubt, but only from a secondary perspective. That too, not in any hyper-speculative way. The incentives are not disproportionately skewed toward an elite category of users either, offering instead accessible means for everyone to tap into its deep value stream. Getting started is easy here, but growing is easier, almost automatic.